What is up, guys? Welcome to one of, if not the most favorite of mine places in Thailand. That doesn't really make any sense. One of my favorite places in Thailand that I've been so far, Bang Saen Beach. I am like a kid in a candy store today. You know me, you know I love everything Honda, and today might be one of the biggest Honda meets I've ever seen in general, and for sure, at least in the last 15 years. Driving up, I saw hundreds, if not thousands, of cars to check out. You're coming with me, of course. Let's go look at some rides. Now, without a doubt, the thing that makes Thailand Motorsports so cool in general is just the diversity. Of course, today is you're gonna see mostly Hondas and stuff, but in America, when you go to Honda meets, if you don't have like a K-swapped EG or K-swapped anything for that matter, nobody's really looking at your car. But here, the 90s are alive. There's tons of B series still, there's D series with big turbos. It's super dope. Another thing that I'm not crazy about with the American Honda scene is kind of, if you don't have like a 90s EG or EK or a Civic SI, it feels like those cars aren't really like shown off a lot. As opposed to here in Thailand, you can see behind me these Honda Jazzes, which are pretty much the equivalent of like the Fit that we get in America. Guys will drop these on coils, swap them, big turbos, whatever you want to do. So if it's got a Honda badge, Thai people will modify it, which I think is super rad. Another big difference that I have noticed about Thailand car meets, especially with the Honda crowd, you know Honda guys kind of get a bad rap in America, for good reason most of the time. But in general, most of the meets like this, sometimes they're sanctioned by the city, sometimes they aren't. But either way, generally everybody's super respectful. Now, you know, if you go to any meet in America, everybody's putting on the two-step, doing burnouts down the road. And now if you're a car guy, that's all good fun, but I can imagine and I can understand why people living in that area or trying to get to and from work, whatever it may be, might not be too crazy about that. But here, if you listen, nobody. It's nice and quiet, super cool. Another major difference between most car meets in Thailand and America especially is in Thailand, it's definitely much more of a family affair. You go to any car meet in America and it's pretty much a sausage fest. It's all younger dudes. No big deal, but here it's super cool. You see whole families camping out by their cars, just kind of hanging out, making a day of it, you know? And another major difference in America, we tend to kind of separate different styles of modified cars for different shows. We have stance meets and then race meets, but in Thailand, everything's just kind of all in one. There's cars here that are definitely more the stance style. There's stuff here that is obvious race cars, you know what I mean? So no matter what you like or what you're really into, there's a little bit of something for everybody. One thing I'm noticing too, if you're in Thailand and you're in the market for a Honda, a lot of these have for sale signs on them. And there's some decent prices for sure. I didn't really plan on buying a Honda being here. It's the only scary thing though. It's the one thing about modified cars is you never really know if somebody did the proper job on it without tearing it apart. And that's not really feasible when you're just showing up to buy something really quick. You start telling the guy you want to pull apart the head and check rings and everything before you buy it, he's probably gonna look at you like you're crazy. But there seem to be some pretty nice builds and they're super fairly priced. I mean, a decent EG hatch in America now you might be able to find one for 30 or 40 grand. And there's some nice ones here for less than half of that. Guys, well, that is it for me and Bang Saen Beach. Sun's going down. I'm gonna enjoy the last little bit of light, check out these last few cars rolling in, and I need to find something to eat. If you made it this far in the video, I'm guessing that means you liked it, so why not go ahead, drop a like, helps us out in the algorithm. If you haven't yet, go ahead, subscribe if you enjoy these type of videos. There will be plenty more to come. Everything racing, everything cars in Thailand, as well as tips and tricks, a little bit of everything. So make sure you go ahead and get that squared away. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day. Catch you in the next one.